Hi there, welcome back to Harvesting Herbal Freedom. I'm Danielle, an herbalist walking this path of wellness, self-reliance, and remembering the old ways. And today's episode might ruffle some feathers. We're going to talk about why herbal medicine, the kind passed down through generations, the kind growing in your backyard, isn't backed by the FDA, and why that doesn't mean it doesn't work. Let's start with the truth. Most herbs, no matter how effective they may be, will never go through the FDA approval process. That's not because they're dangerous. It's not because they're untested. It's because of money and control. No patent, no profit. Here's the thing. Pharmaceutical companies don't fund research out of the kindness of their hearts. They fund it because they can patent a chemical compound, own it, and make billions. But nature can't be patented. No one can own garlic or elderberry or chamomile. These plants have been used for centuries by midwives, grandmothers, indigenous healers, and folk herbalists. And because no one can own them, there's no financial incentive to fund million-dollar clinical trials. So research is limited, underfunded, and often ignored. So now let's get into those clinical trials. They cost a fortune. Getting a drug FDA approved isn't cheap. It requires preclinical research, 3 phases of clinical trials, long-term safety data, regulatory paperwork and reviews. That price tag, hundreds of millions, even over $1 billion in some cases. And again, who's going to invest in something they can't profit from? Herbalism doesn't fit their model. Herbal medicine is inherently decentralized. It's local, it's seasonal, it's based on personalization and tradition. 2 cups of tea made from the same herb can act differently based on where it's grown, how it's harvested, how it's prepared, who's drinking it. That's honestly the beauty of plant medicine. But that kind of variability, it terrifies pharmaceutical systems built on standardization. Next, it's a threat to the status quo. Let's be honest. Some herbs do the job of certain medications. We've got plants that thin the blood, reduce inflammation, soothe the gut, calm the nervous system, balance hormones, strengthen immunity. And if more people realized how effective these plants are, that might just shake up the whole pharmaceutical industry. It might encourage people to take back their health, to rely less on prescriptions, to grow more of their own remedies, to harvest their own herbal freedom. So, what does it mean that herbal medicine isn't FDA approved? It means nothing. And it means everything. It means the system wasn't built for herbs. But it doesn't mean the herbs don't work. It means you might have to dig deeper, read more, ask questions, and trust your body again. So if you're waiting on permission to use that lemon balm tea for your anxiety or elderberry syrup for your immune system, let this episode be your permission slip. You're not crazy. You're reclaiming something we were never meant to forget. Thanks for joining me this week. Drop me a message. Have you ever wondered why something that works so well hasn't been approved? Let's talk about it. Until next time, keep harvesting your freedom, one herb at a time.